Imagine going to the market, but instead of finding cleaning products or fruits, you see a place crowded with beautiful single women desperate for a partner. Unfortunately, this is the reality that haunts thousands of women in China. Located in East Asia, China is a vast and diverse country that borders 14 nations, including India, Russia, Mongolia, and Vietnam. The country is bathed by the Pacific Ocean to the east, where important coastal cities like Shanghai and Guangzhou are located. With a land area of about 9.6 million square kilometers, China is the third largest country in the world, behind only Russia and Canada. Its vast territory hosts an enormous diversity of landscapes, from deserts like the Gobi and the Taklamakan to majestic mountain ranges like the Himalayas, where the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, is found. Additionally, the country has vast fertile plains, such as the North China Plain, and significant rivers like the Yangtze and the Yellow, which play crucial roles in Chinese agriculture and economy. China's population is the largest in the world, with over 1.4 billion inhabitants. This massive population is unevenly distributed, with the coastal and eastern areas being densely populated and highly urbanized, housing large metropolises like Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. To understand the difficult situation of single Chinese women and uncover the social pressures they face, we need to go back in time. In 1979, China implemented the one-child policy as a drastic measure to control population growth. This policy was in effect until 2016, when it was replaced by the two-child policy, which later evolved into the current three-child policy. However, the impacts of the original policy are still felt today, with a ratio of approximately 104.7 men for every 100 women. Another factor to mention is the strong cultural preference for male children in China. In Chinese society, male children are considered a lottery ticket. They are seen as the carriers of the family name, heirs of wealth, and, most importantly, it is believed that they are responsible for caring for their parents in old age. One thing you might be wondering is, if there are more men than women, why are most of them single? The main issue is that many of them have passed a certain age, which leads men to overlook them and prefer to seek younger brides. Referred to by the term shengnu, meaning leftover women, these women are stigmatized for being single and over 26 years old. However, as you can imagine, this is a pejorative term that causes distress to these women. China is a country that impresses and fascinates all who have the opportunity to visit its lands. This massive nation harbors a cultural, natural, and historical diversity that few other countries can match. While exploring China, travelers have the chance to encounter some of the world's most iconic tourist attractions. The Great Wall of China, one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, stretches for over 21,000 kilometers, traversing stunning landscapes and revealing the grandeur of Chinese engineering. Another must-visit destination is the Forbidden City in Beijing, an impressive relic of the imperial era, with its palaces, temples, and sumptuous gardens. This ancient residence of the Ming and Qing dynasty emperors is a true treasure of traditional Chinese architecture. But China is not just about its historical landmarks. It is also known for its stunning natural landscapes, such as the Yellow Mountains in Anhui Province, with its time-carved rock formations and lush vegetation, or the Zhangjiajie National Park in Hunan, with its impressive sandstone formations that inspired the scenery of the movie Avatar. Additionally, China is home to vibrant metropolises like Shanghai, a city that blends the modernity of its skyscrapers with the elegance of its colonial buildings. Or Chengdu in Sichuan, famous for its tea culture, the presence of adorable giant pandas, and its spicy cuisine. And speaking of Chinese cuisine, I don't know what you think about it, but I admit I have some prejudice. Often, we hear about exotic and even somewhat frightening dishes, which can deter some travelers. but the truth is that Chinese gastronomy is one of the richest and most diverse in the world. When we think of Chinese cuisine, we commonly imagine dishes like the famous Peking duck, with its crispy golden skin, or the dim sum, those small dumplings and pastries served in bamboo baskets. But the reality is much broader and surprising. In different regions of China, you may encounter true culinary delights, some of them even exotic to Western palates. For example, in Guangdong province, you can find restaurants serving snake meat, a delicacy highly appreciated by the Chinese for its alleged medicinal properties. In the city of Chongqing in Sichuan, you can try the famous hot pot, a meat and vegetable fondue cooked in a spicy and aromatic broth. This is an incredible sensory experience that involves taste, smell, and even sight, with smoke rising from the cauldron. And if you think you've seen it all, get ready to be surprised by the cuisine of Yunnan province. Here, you can taste dishes with insects, such as fried grasshoppers and larvae, which are part of the traditional diet of some local communities. Of course, not everyone is prepared to try these more exotic delicacies. For example, I prefer to stick to my rice and chicken diet. Returning to the reality of Chinese women, with the advancement of technology and access to information, the focus on education and career has become an increasingly priority for many modern women in China, reflecting a significant shift in the country's social and economic dynamics. This phenomenon has contributed to the increasing number of single women, while redefining the role of women in Chinese society. The pursuit of higher education and the development of a professional career are seen as pathways to financial independence and personal empowerment. Many Chinese women are postponing marriage and motherhood to invest in their academic qualifications and achieve prominent positions in the workforce. This movement is supported by an increase in educational and professional opportunities available to women, a result of government policies and social changes that encourage gender equality. However, this emphasis on education and career also brings challenges. Women who choose to pursue these paths often face social pressures to marry and have children at younger ages. This situation creates tension between traditional expectations and modern aspirations, leading to somewhat extreme attitudes from the parents of these women. A notable example of these attitudes is the practice of marriage markets, where anxious parents gather to advertise their single daughters, hoping to find a suitable partner for them. These markets often occur on weekends and are known to bring together hundreds of parents, each holding marriage resumes detailing their daughters' characteristics and achievements. These marriage resumes include not only basic information such as age, height, and income, but also more specific details such as owning a house or a car. In the culture of these markets, owning a house or a car is seen as a major attraction, significantly increasing the chances of finding a suitable partner. Selling their own daughters is already somewhat bizarre, but what makes it even stranger is that many of these women are advertised without even being informed. What many people do not know is how large the marriage market in China is. It is a massive industry, with many well-known companies interested in obtaining a share of this lucrative market. For example, some companies share their clients' data with the Chinese government, showing how far some corporations are willing to go to benefit from this industry. The wedding and matchmaking industry in China is thriving, generating an estimated revenue of over $300 million per year. This success has led some sociologists to believe that the label of leftover women may have been created by the matchmaking industry itself to maximize profits, exploiting the fears of parents and single women. Chinese women possess a truly fascinating and distinct appearance. Their delicate and harmonious features are the result of centuries of intermingling and adaptation to a unique geographic environment. Starting with the face, Chinese women typically have gentle features, with almond-shaped and expressive eyes that convey a sense of mystery and depth. Their cheekbones are prominent, giving them a serene and refined look. Another striking aspect is the texture and color of their hair. Most Chinese women have straight, shiny hair in shades ranging from jet black to dark brown. This characteristic is a result of their Asian ancestry, endowing them with a silky and captivating mane. In terms of stature, Chinese women tend to be of medium height, with a delicate and elegant physique. Their silhouette is usually slender, with soft features and a graceful posture, exuding an aura of femininity and delicacy. This combination of delicate features, silky hair, and a slender figure gives Chinese women a unique and captivating beauty. They seem to exude an aura of tranquility and serenity, making them truly charming in the eyes of many admirers around the world. If you are interested in the possibility of finding your ideal partner in China, it's good to know about the cost of living in the country to perhaps plan your visit. It's important to remember that U.S. citizens need a visa to enter the country, so it's essential to inquire about the requirements and procedures before your trip. Airfare to China can cost between $800 to $1,500, depending on the time of year and your departure city. Rental prices in cities like Beijing and Shanghai can vary greatly, but a reasonable estimate is $600 to $1,100 per month for a one-bedroom apartment in a central area. Of course, you can find more affordable options in outlying areas or smaller cities. As for food, costs can be quite affordable, especially if you opt for local restaurants and street markets. A meal at a typical restaurant can cost between $5 to $15 per person. In fancier establishments, prices can reach $30 or more. Additionally, it's important to consider expenses for basic utilities such as water, electricity, and internet. These costs typically range from $50 to $100 per month, depending on your usage and location. Regarding transportation, China has a highly efficient and affordable network of subways, buses, and high-speed trains. A subway ticket, for example, costs around 50 cents. A high-speed train journey between cities can range from $50 to $100, depending on the distance. With proper financial planning, you can make the most of your experience in China, enjoying its rich culture, diverse cuisine, and perhaps even finding your ideal partner in this vast and fascinating country. If you have a preference for Asian women, be sure to check out our video about life in Thailand, a country where the streets are filled with beautiful women. Just click on the video that's appearing on your screen now. I'll be waiting for you there.